Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the demo meeting of Toastmasters. I am your Sergeant at Arms for today. Before we start, there are 3 golden rules that we follow in every Toastmaster sessions. The number 1, please switch off your mobile phone or keep them in silence mode so as to not to disturb the concentration of the speaker. Number 2, we do not enter or exit this room until unless we hear a round of applause. And number 3, please refrain on speaking on sex, religion and politics in a derogatory manner. It's time for me to introduce the Toastmaster of the day. The Toastmaster of the day is a person who acts as an anchor or will be your host throughout the session. The Toastmaster of the day for today is distinguished Toastmaster Ayan Pal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the demo meeting. My role as the Toastmaster of the day is to introduce you to the flow of the meeting. In a typical meeting, we have 3 sections. The first section is the prepared speech section, in which a speaker delivers a speech from a manual, which could be of a duration of 4 to 6 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes or anything else based on the manual. The second section is the impromptu speech section, also known as table topics, in which a table topic master will come over here and will throw topics at you, which you will have to then speak on for a duration of 1 to 2 minutes. The third section is the general evaluation section, in which a general evaluator and his or her team of role players is going to come here and give us evaluation and feedback about the entire meeting. So what exactly he's going to do in the meeting and what these role players are is going to be best described by him. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our general evaluator, who is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Pramod Fernandez.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Today I am playing the role of a general evaluator, and as the general evaluator of this meeting, I will be observing the meeting right from the beginning to the end of the session. I'll be sharing my report at the end when called upon to do so. Now, as you see, being the general evaluator is not an easy role, and I can't do it all by myself. And that's the precise reason I have 3 assignees in the form of the timer, our counter and grammarian. So beginning with the timer, let me call upon the timer, Toastmaster Alicia, to explain a role, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today I'm the timer and I'll keep the track of all the people coming on the podium and speaking. I'll be showing green card at the minimum time, yellow card at the mean time and red card at the maximum time. I'll present the report to the General Evaluator when called upon to do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alicia. And for my next assignee, who is the R counter, may I ask Toastmaster Rashmi to please explain her role, please?
My role as an R counter is to keep track of the crutch and filler words used by any speakers during the meeting. I present my report at the end of the meeting when called upon to do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. And now for my final assignee, and that is the grammarian. Today, the role of the grammarian is being played by Toastmaster Rohan. Toastmaster Rohan, if you can please explain your role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. My role today is that of the grammarian, and that entails me to make note of the good usages, the not so good usages, and the improper pronunciations. As also, I would like to introduce the word of the day, which is effervescent, meaning vivacious and enthusiastic. And to use the word in a sentence, I'd like to give an example. She is one of those effervescent personalities that you often see presenting television game shows. And also, when anybody on stage uses the word of the day, I would appreciate everybody to use an applause. Thank you.
That's all from the evaluation section for now. Thank you. And now I hand it back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Alright, now it's time for our first section, the prepared speech section. Before I tell you who the prepared speaker is, I would like to introduce you to the evaluator of the speaker. Today our evaluator is none other than Toastmaster Pratyasha. So Pratyasha, why don't you tell us what are the objectives for today's speech?
The speaker will be delivering their Project 1 from the Competent Communication module today. The project is titled The Icebreaker. The objectives of the speech are to begin speaking before an audience, to discover speaking skills you already have, and skills that need some attention.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first speaker of the day, who is also delivering his Project 1 speech from the CC manual. Timer, please note the time is 4 to 6 minutes, and I can't wait to introduce him with his speech titled Magical Stories. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Rudro.
When I heard that the objectives of Project 1 state that I have to speak about myself for 6 minutes, it felt like those long-winded 20-mark questions of history that I absolutely hate answering. So I decided that I will not do it. I will not give an essay of who I am. But instead, what I will do is I will tell you 4 stories. 4 stories that transformed me and made me who I am. 4 stories that made me believe that there is still magic in this world. So, shall we begin?
Yes.
Mr. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, let us begin our first story. Long time ago, in a land far, far away, there lived a little boy whose father bought him a pack of watercolors. As soon as the boy mixed colors with water, his brush came to life. Now, whenever he was sad, lonely, depressed, he would escape to his art. Now, art was not the only thing that grabbed his attention. There was something else, and there began our second story. In 2008, when I passed the 12th standard with science background, without biology, there was only one career option left. Does anybody know what that was?
Engineering.
Yes. And so I went to the land of opportunities for all engineering aspirants, called Kota, Rajasthan. There I was sitting in the coaching class, and the physics teacher was giving a lecture on electromagnetics. And I asked him a question. I said, "Sir, how is it possible that if I throw a charge there, it will make a current in a wire here?" And the teacher then said something that was really profound. He said that, "Not just here, my son, it will make a charge everywhere in the universe, even inside you." And I thought at that point that, does physics have all the answers to whatever questions that we have in mind? Do things that apparently don't touch us even affect us? Then and there I decided that I will take up electrical engineering because it was the closest I could get to physics in engineering. And I decided, and I got a college where I got my desired branch. But when I joined electrical engineering, I found that the picture was quite different. My professors had a different picture of electrical engineering, and that is where my third story begins. I found out my teachers wanted me to be a pot-belly 40-year-old manager, coal smeared over his face, earning bare minimum wage to support his family. So depressed, I stopped studying in college for the first 2 years. But in my third year, I was walking behind my hostel. There was a small lane. And in that lane, I found that there was a small vehicle moving on its own. There was no remote control inside, nobody holding it. There were just 2 cameras. On closer inspection, I found that were pointing towards the road. There was a guy standing, was my classmate, and I asked him, "What is this? How is it walking on its own?" And he said that, "Friend, this is the art of autonomous robotics." I decided that I will start and pursue this art, this science of autonomous robotics for the rest of my life. But when I started doing more projects, I found out that there is no fixed industry for robotics in India. My friends used to tease me by telling me that robotics is my foreign girlfriend because it has no market here. So I gave it up and I took up something that is closer to what I could do here. Now I liked making stuff, liked helping others, bringing a change, and I liked software. So I decided that I'll join Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, and still stay close to it. And there is where began my fourth story. My fourth story begins in the training program, initial learning program of TCS. I had to give a presentation about the difference between three software elements, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now teacher said to make it interesting, and I said, how? It's so boring. But then I found out a way. I found that I can compare them to three bathroom elements. Wash basins for JavaScript because they are so usable, CSS for napkins because they are so pretty, and everyone loved it. At the end of my presentation, I got an applause, probably the first applause that I'd ever got. It felt like magic. And as I got down from that stage and into manhood, that applause died outside, but it stayed inside. And from then on, I realized that it was not the stories that I've told, but the way I've told them. Since then, when I joined Toastmaster, I've seen so many people bringing so much change in the world because of the stories that they have told and the way they have told them. From then on, it became my dream to become a storyteller. Just like Steve Jobs said, the most powerful person in this world is the storyteller. And I decided to pursue that from my way here. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Congratulations. Wow, did we not just have a great speech? Can we have a round of applause once again for Rudro? Wonderful. So now that brings us to a close of the first section. It's now time for our second section, that is table topics. And I would like to now ask someone to come onto the podium who is going to take us through the session. Now this person is going to come over here and deliver topics to you which you have to speak on for 1 to 2 minutes. Without wasting any more time, let's put our hands together for our table topic master, Anirban Jyoti Gupta.
Thank you, Toastmaster and Pal. Welcome to the table topic section. In this section, as a table topic master, I can pick up anyone and everyone in the room and give him or her a topic to speak upon. The timing for this section will be 1 to 2 minutes. So you will see the green card at the first minute, yellow card at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. And there is a grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. Now this is a fun section, so I want everyone in the room to have fun. I don't want to pick up people. Can we have a few volunteers? Great, so we have our first volunteer for the table topic section, who is Toastmaster Siddharth. Siddharth, can we please have you on the stage? Toastmaster Siddharth, the table topic for you is hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. All the best.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master Anirban. I went out last night and with a lot of beer and fear in my stomach, let me tell you something that I'm hoping for the best, but I'm preparing for the worst. I remember after my 12 board exams, I was trying for the Indian Institute of Technology IIT exam, which was a very, very competitive exam, and the success rate is less than 2%. And I was very worried that I will be able to crack that exam. So I was simultaneously preparing for the worst, which was to prepare for the triple IITs, which was Indian Institute of Information Technology, CET exam, which was for Bangalore, Common Entrance Test, and West Bengal joint entrance exam. So the thing was, I was dabbling into IIT, triple IIT, CET, and the West Bengal Board of Exams. And eventually, what happened was, I did not fare well in any of them. I got a decent rank in IIT. I got about 9,000, but that was giving me chemical engineering. But I wanted to go for software engineering. And what I learned from this experience was that although I was preparing, I was hoping for the best, which was to get into IITs, I was simultaneously preparing for the worst, which was for me in that case to go for triple IIT or CET or West Bengal. But what I learned from this experience was that I defocused myself and tried to dabble into a lot of different things instead of focusing on my singular goal of getting into IIT. So my message to all of you is that although in your life, whenever you are preparing for your best and you're hoping for the best and preparing for the worst, you should never defocus and focus on your main goal. Thank you.
That was a wonderful table topic by Toastmaster Siddharth. Can we have a huge round of applause for Siddharth? Now, let me pick someone from the room. Because as the table topic master, I have that power. So, whom should I pick? Toastmaster Archita, would you like to come up on the stage? Can we have Toastmaster Archita on the stage? Toastmaster Archita, for you, the table topic is practice makes perfect. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you for that amazing topic. Friends, I remember I have always loved communication and I always liked to talk and go up on stage and address an audience. And I started that when I was in class 5. Now, for my English elocution contest, I went up and I said poem and it was brilliantly received. It got into my head that I really can speak well. And that is when I just believed that okay, every time there's a competition, I just go up on stage, prepare myself say for 15-20 minutes and go up and talk. Till one fine day in class 9, I had a debate competition. We received the topic 1 hour before the debate. And I said I'm pretty good at what I do. I'm a very effervescent speaker. So I don't really need to practice that much, do I? And then 15-20 minutes earlier, I just figured out a couple of points and I went on the stage and started talking. The speech was supposed to be of 5 minutes. After 3 minutes, I went blank. I stood there and could not say another word. I just couldn't remember the points I had written down. I lost that competition. And not just that competition, it made me realize that no matter how good a speaker you are, if you don't practice enough, you will never be able to excel and win. And that's the day I recalled even today. And whenever I now have a competition, I make sure that I practice to my best. So that even if I don't win the competition, I never have the guilt that I had in class 9. That I lost because I didn't practice. I never want to feel that guilt again. Practice does make you better than who you are. I don't know about perfect because perfection for me is an illusion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Archita. With that, friends, we come to an end to the table topic section. I hope now you understand how table topics help you in improving your impromptu speaking skills. With that, I would like to hand over the podium back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ayanpal.
So that was an end to our second section. I hope you all enjoyed it. But it's now time to find out how we fared. The general evaluation section. And I would now like to call back upon the podium distinguished Toastmaster Pramod Fernandes to begin the section. All the best, Pramod.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. And now for the evaluation section. We will begin by evaluating the prepared speech. And for that, I would like to call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Pratyasha.
Stories have the magical ability to awaken our urge to dream, imagine and visualize. And Toastmaster Rudro, through your P1 today, Magical Stories, you did exactly that. I thought that your P1 had 4 magical elements in it. The first one was your usage of descriptive words and sentences that evoked a variety of emotions within us. From when you spoke about dipping your brush in paint to art being your escape, from when you spoke about a wire generating electricity to the charge within all of us. It touched a chord and it made me connect to you and your stories even more. The second magical element in your speech today was the humor. When you spoke about science without biology, can you guess what I pursued in college? And everyone laughed and gave an answer. Or when you spoke about CSS and JavaScript, when you compared it to basins and napkins, it made everyone in the room laugh and relate to you even more. The third magical element in your speech was your voice modulation. When you said what, how, and to the ends of all of your sentences, when you stressed at exactly the right points to make a statement, I thought your voice modulation throughout the speech was excellent. And the fourth most important magical aspect of your story was your presence. You were clearly audible, you did not use notes, you had an effervescent presence on the stage, and you displayed confidence. But like every master storyteller goes back home to revise their stories even more, to make it even more magical, I think there are 2 points that you can take care of to be an even better storyteller next time. The first is that you could connect right from your childhood to colors and painting to storytelling. You could say that I liked painting stories through my paintings. I liked taking the brush, dipping it and painting colorful stories. Or even in your second story, and it just connects back to your theme even better. Point of recommendation for you was that you had a very long sentence in the beginning. So if you could break your sentence down into a little bit of a smaller sentence, maybe 2 or 3 sentences, then that would be even better. Having said that, Toastmaster Rudro, the best stories are the ones that have the magical ability to touch your heart. And today, Toastmaster Rudro, the story of your life made me see the magic in my everyday life. And for that, thank you. Over to you, Dr. Divya.
Thank you, Pratyasha, for that comprehensive evaluation. Just one thing to add from my end. I think, Rudro, what I really liked about your P1 is you put it in the form of stories. There's no better way to connect with the audience but with stories. And I think that is fabulous about your speech. Thank you. Next, we move on to the assignees, beginning with the timer. So I would request the timer, Toastmaster Alicia, can you please share your report, please?
Thank you, General Evaluator. I'll be telling the times of the speaker who came on the podium. The first speaker was Toastmaster Rudra. He took a time period of 6 minutes 17 seconds. Then it was the second section, and that was the table topic section. Toastmaster Siddharth took 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Archita took 2 minutes 6 seconds. And then we come back to the evaluation section, and Toastmaster Pratyasha took 2 minutes 36 seconds. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you for that report, Toastmaster Alicia. And next, moving to my second assignee, and that is the R counter, Toastmaster Rashmi. If you can please share your report, please.
Now, I'll mention the filler words and sounds used by the speaker. Toastmaster Rudra used once, but once. Toastmaster Siddharth used many a times and once, but once. Toastmaster Pratyasha used once, once. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi, for that wonderful report. And next, moving to my final assignee, and that is the grammarian, Toastmaster Rohan. If you can please share your report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I will now proceed with delivering my grammarian's report. Starting with the word of the day, effervescent, which was used twice, once by Toastmaster Archita and once by Toastmaster Pratyasha. Now, there are a few not so good usages of some words. Even today as I recalled should have been even today as I recall. And we don't use the word poem. Instead, we say we recite a poem. And now for some really good usages of grammar, which were many. First up, Practice does make you better than who you are. I don't know about perfection. Perfection is an illusion. The teacher said something that was very profound. It felt like magic to me. As I got down from the stage and into manhood, applause died outside but stayed inside. Nothing more major than some minor cuts and bruises. And finally, the most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. So thank you, that was my report, and back to you, General Evaluator.
And now, to evaluate the session as a whole, beginning with the Sergeant at Arms. Today, the Sergeant at Arms was Toastmaster Apurv, and I think you did a fabulous job. Just one thing to add, as a Sergeant at Arms, since you begin the meeting, a little more energy would have really helped. Next was Distinguished Toastmaster Ayon Pal as the Toastmaster of the day. I think the DTM Ayon Pal did a really good job by explaining the three sections very clearly, which is very important for any Toastmaster meeting, and also you maintained the flow of the meeting very nicely. So thank you for that. Next, moving on to the table topic master, and it was Toastmaster Anirban. What I liked about this section is your topics were very simple, and that is what we require in the table topics section, where people can actually come up and comfortably speak on the topic. So kudos to you on that. Thank you very much. And now for the table topic speakers. The first speaker was Siddharth. And Toastmaster Siddharth, what I liked about your speech is you spoke about your personal experience. Though you spoke against the topic, I really liked the way you put across the points. So thank you for that. And the second speaker was Toastmaster Archita. What I really liked about your speech was you spoke from the heart. This was a topic which was very close to your heart. It was about communication and the ups and downs in life that you faced. So I think you did a fabulous job. A round of applause. Thank you, Archita. And moving on, I hand the dais back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, what a session. Can we have a round of applause for that entire session, please? Good job. So that was the session that we were all waiting for, and that brings us now to the end of this demo session. Hope you continue to listen, learn and lead. Thank you everyone, and all the very best.